Hi HCA, I'm Keziah,
I'm Saimary.
and today we're going to be talking about cooking. So, you want to tell a story about when you cooked something before?
Yeah, I want to tell the story like when I first cooked pasta because it didn't work good. Well, it kind of went good, but at the same time it didn't. So my mom was teaching me how to do it, like boiling the pasta and all, and then it got to a point that I thought that the pasta was done, and then when I strained it and I put it with the mixing, like with the salsa and all, it was like a little bit undercooked, so I needed to put it again to cook. And then I have another story about cooking that this one happens to me a lot when I'm making pancakes. I set the smoke alarm in fire. Always I set it on. Oh, yeah, always.
I don't think I've done that before, but like when we were cooking here one time, we were in Mr. Corsby when he used to work here.
Mm-hmm.
We cooked Philly cheesesteaks. So what we did, well, he didn't trust anybody to cook like on the skillet, so I had to. So we put oil, and then we put the peppers and onions on there. We seasoned it with sea salt and pepper, because that's all we had. And then we put the steak on there, and then we put it all together and put it bread. It was really good, but it was funny because nobody know how to cut anything. So I had to show them how to cut the stuff. So it was interesting. And then one time I was cooking steak, and I was getting the grill ready, but then the grill didn't want to start, so I had to tell my dad to help me. So my dad helped me start the fire, and then I put a seasonings on the steak, and then I made and then I put the steak on the grill, and then I cooked it. One time I burnt myself taking like potatoes out of the oven.
What?
I was touching the potatoes, I forgot they were hot, so I touched them and I burnt myself. Yeah, I have a lot of stories because I cook all the time.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you more in deep the story about the pancakes. So there was this morning that I woke up and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna make myself some pancakes. So I started to make the mix and all, and I put like the oil and all so that it doesn't stick to the pan. I use I use butter for the pancakes and all. So I put it in the skillet and all, and then I forgot to turn the heat a little bit off.
Oh.
And then when I put the meats, I started to do the sizzling, started to see the smoker, like the smoke. And then the smoke detector set off. And then because my parents didn't have time to turn it off, the firefighters went to my house. And because they went to my house, they were almost gonna kick the door down, but my mom opened the door and they were like, "Oh, it was a mistake. We were like, she was doing some pancakes and she didn't turn the heat a little bit off, but the smoke was the smoke was the one that set it off." And they were like, "Oh, okay." So yeah, that's what happened the first time that I did pancakes.
That's crazy.
And after that, I learned my lesson. To turn the heat down.
Yeah, it's complicated to cook like certain stuff, like pancakes and stuff is kind of hard more to cook because then you have to have techniques of cooking pancakes.
Yeah.
Like pretty much, okay, so like say when you have the pancake mix in the pan, when you see like it start to bubble, it means to flip it. That way, but like you do have to have it at like a certain heat.
Yeah.
So it doesn't it doesn't smoke,
Yeah, and also you need to have the perfect texture and consistency of the batter because if it's super loose, like it will be like super flat. But if it's like super dense, it's gonna get like overflowed like when it grows. So you need to try to find the perfect texture.
Yeah. And some people don't like. Some people like their pancakes like that, and then some people like them like liquid. And it's just like it depends on who the person is to do pancakes.
For mine, there are some people that like them with water on the mix. I don't like it with water. Instead of water, I replace it with milk and I put one egg on it. And then I try to make the batter as much, not too light and not too dense, so I can get the perfect measurements.
Yeah, I feel that. But yeah. So cooking is it's hard and easy at the same time depending on what you cook.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's so many stories of where I've either burnt something. Like I think I burnt one time. I was making, I don't know what, I forgot what I was making, but I burnt the food. Like it was completely burnt. Like there was no fixing it. So there was a bunch of smoke. So then we had to open the front doors so all the smoke could come out, and the windows had to be opened and everything.
Yeah, like when it happens, you need to open the whole house, because if not, then it's gonna smell like burnt, and then
Yeah.
it's gonna smell so bad.
I know. I like the smell of food. Like food is great. Food is excellent. There's so many recipes out there. Like when I cook, I try to find like new recipes to try. That way I'm not eating, the same stuff over and over again.
Yeah.
But yeah, cooking is very fun, creative. There's many ways you can be creative with cooking.
Yeah, you need to have like an imagination, because guess what? Like, what if one day you make something that nobody had made before? Like, you can make your own recipes, and
Yeah.
you're now. So cooking is, I think, is mostly like a creative way of letting your imagination go to beyond.
Yeah, very. I agree with that. And it's very therapeutic. Like it helps me, like say if I'm like upset or mad, I just bake or cook because it helps me not be so mad and upset at what I'm mad or upset about.
Yeah.
Very therapeutic, but yeah. Yeah, so cooking is very fun and interesting, and I like to cook very much. What about you?
Well, I do like I like to cook, but the one that mostly cooks a lot is my dad, cause he loves it. Like he loves cooking, and his food is really really good. So we just let him to be the one cooking. But when he's not at home, and when he's at work sometimes late, so I'm the one that cooks. So yeah, I like it.
Yeah, it's very fun.